The fact that the Bank of Ghana has made this sense does not necessarily threaten me. What threatens me is that we have all of a sudden normalized Galamsey and Galamsey gold to help the Bank of Ghana. What threatens me is that all of a sudden, this government and these policies of the Gold Board and Bank of Ghana have normalized or normalizing Galamsey.
By the way, Ghana. Hello, Ghana. Gold Board wants him and NPP for more opposition or no ayeding ewo hono. Na ekamia yem say NPP is better off in opposition than being in power. Because when NPP is in opposition now, they are very good at criticism and they are very fast. They can check on everything NDC is doing. But NDC is also good in government than opposition. Because the NDC will opposition now, NDC, NPP to be any maybe free. Onia. Nsema wakai obetumi akire wadwen e wo comment section honomo afi mesere obaha bomodia na subscribe na mia bell icon notification bomodia so benya subscription na wanya notification se ne bia you upload video no fofora wo so benya bi ahwe na afi wakire wadwen e wo comment section like bomodia so be like na wa share video no yenko tie that kind of hot criticism na if NPP for akachi eba.
Let's remind the NPP rests on this table that it's the same argument. That is the reason why they have no MPs in 4 regions. They have 1 MP in 6 regions. They have 88 MPs in the parliament. The same argument. The subject matter is on the Bank of Ghana. He veered into Galamsey. One, as a matter of fact, on countless occasions, you have been here listening to Zato lay the claim that it was Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia that brought the gold for oil policy, that introduced what the gold reserve policy, that accumulated a lot of gold. So where was Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia's people buying the gold from? Were they buying it from the Galamsey people, or they were buying from the rice shops? So sometimes when you're making the argument, I get a bit worried.
And now you tell me that when I take over, Mr. President, I am going to turn around all the negativity into positivity. I wish your producer would have played that clip. It's just less than a second or a minute. You could have played it for everyone to listen to the governor when he was telling the president openly.
Sometimes when they are lying, they sometimes do not know they are lying through their teeth. What I say, so much antro, munim so much antro. Na nsemo Solomon unsu bisano no na eme depa. Baby obisa ni say nsemo a wo ka bebrebe say MP NDC for abe generalize Galamsey no omo nchichi wo omo agya omo no omo ye. Omo nya gold no fi no omo huto. Na ono na dwem na NPP no na dwem no kire say Wamunya go no efi Galamsey boys no nti wamunchi Galamsey ni bia eye rudo radansem na NDC for ye na Solomon usu bemma wo ho wama branch win hwaye papa watwa ne prose yenko yenti
that he was going to turn all this negativity into positivity only for us to go into a negative equity of 96 billion.
I want to start my presentation this morning with a question, which is a quote that somebody posted when we were in similar waters. And the question is, how can you make such losses as governor of the Bank of Ghana and still think that you have credibility to stay at post? How can you make such losses as a governor of the Bank of Ghana and still think that you have credibility to stay at post? This was a very important question posed by the current Minister of Communications to the former governor of the Bank of Ghana. Because he believed that if you make such losses, you have lost the credibility to stay as the governor of the Bank of Ghana. I want to contextualize it and then go back to something. I am not scared because the Bank of Ghana has made financial losses. No.
Wow. Oh, as someone I can say, I'll say he's not scared because the Bank of Ghana has made financial losses. Sad no, sad jandam no, omu ya so mu debe rimu. Bank of Ghana loss womu tumika. Even within the NPP nankasa Bank of Ghana elusus ka bebre omokra ba ebeye ekai enti se NDC for Bank of Ghana wo alusus ka aden no se gise mo NPP for na mo kan na nko ekoye tru from entrono na be no kware sa no mutie sa
I am not scared because the Bank of Ghana has to literally throw, if you hear them, throw everything they have at what they thought were financial problems. So I'm not scared by that. Because you see, that is what the bank was established to do. There's something that they've said, the NDC and the bank has said, which I also agree, that the Bank of Ghana was not established to make profits. Again, I agree with that. That the Bank of Ghana is a state-owned enterprise, as SOE, established to pursue what I will refer to as both commercial and political or policy objectives. And that in performing those actions, sometimes the Bank of Ghana has to do above and beyond what normal commercial-driven banks will do.
So only my dear be a metro was here NPP. So more opposition they are very wicked people. They are very, very wicked people. They always want to malign a chantro, nentrono, a betrantrono, san and trona beyanquar. They always want to stand up and make sure say what they are saying will become the truth of the day. But ANM also say NDC for mobile power, no more communication at all. Look at what this guy is saying. Na mo sabio baumiana oji claiming man who say wonu kurano wonu no di go board e buy ya wonye ska no gold no ono so to no fi se abrante e wo NPP mu e twa draw by force say nye ho say NDC focus sa gold no fi galam say ansa na omo to ano man naturalize bibia mo so moto gold na mo nya fi.
That the Bank of Ghana then has to operate like a parent. You are not going to keep your finances in check when all of a sudden a member of the family either is in an emergency who needs money. You are going to throw everything at that. So as a state-owned enterprise, this has always been the bane. In fact, that is the bane of public management in Ghana. Go back to the colonialists when they established state-owned enterprises. Go to Nkrumah, go to Buzia, go to all of them. Whenever government of Ghana goes to the IMF for any bail or whatever, the biggest driver of almost all of those have always been the SOEs. SOEs are very notorious for making huge gargantuan losses. And those losses then turn up what? To cost all of us. A simple explanation is that almost all the people employed to manage SOEs, their managing directors, their chief executives, consider their role and their appointment as a reward for partisanship.
Nobody, they have lot of pain in them. So when they speak venom. Womunye nkrophobia omukasa, umeti omasiu, womuti say Nigerian for. NPP 40 say Nigerian for omukasa dede kwana wuti wunti nyansa ba konkre film. Not all of them. They are very fine gentlemen. Womo ewo NPP mua omukasa eda fembrel. Basa 2x4 communicators see any unim boot and booty, boot for booty communicators see. Nanu say obi ekojine ni Samima Muslim. Wako show who bawumia ni campaign my boss. Yako shene ni mwasi. Aha, AZ Polika Show. Mekamo say, obe subscribe no wa share. Makramo, mesembe bium. Bye bye.